Next person on public input is Sue Schlegel. Yes, Sue?
Good evening. My name is Sue Schlegel, and I am here for the Prairie Trail Scenic Byway. And I have some information for each of you. So if you would be so kind as to take it and pass it on. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, how to make a sound. Hopefully there's enough for everyone. If there isn't, I have some extras. Thank you, kind sir. I appreciate that. As I said, I'm here representing the Smoky Valley. I'm here representing, this is my first show today, so I'm I've been ad hoc, county commissioners, and now here. Anyway, I'm here representing Prairie Trail Scenic Byway. And I want to call your attention to the flyer that is attached to the brochure. That happens to be an activity at the Sun's End, starting the 19th of January, and it is it's a Byways of Kansas show exhibition, and the artists who have signed up and agreed to be there are on the back side. If you are looking at this and don't find one of your favorite artists, it's very possible that they're not listed because these are artists who have never been invited previously. So it's brand new work regarding any Byway in Kansas. And we've been fortunate because the Kansas Department of Parks, Wildlife, and Tourism, and they're granted a tourism grant of $660 to help publish the exhibition catalog. So we've had that kind of money also added to it. And if you are a member of the Berger Sunzane Gallery, you received one of these today or yesterday to give you a heads up on the brochure regarding the exhibition. So I'm here to publicize tourism, if you didn't already know that about me. And thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Sue. Thank you. The next person for public input is Ray Nicholson.
Hi, my name is Greg Nicholson, and I'm representing McConnell, who is the owner of 202 South Main in Brunswick. I'm just here to inform you council that we are still going to continue on renovating the project and taking care of the needs that the city has set forth. Due to some circumstance with my last health, we've had a space on hold, but we are going to start that back up next month. We are looking at if we have possibility of extending 6 to 8 months to complete the things that are on the list that the city has proposed.
Great. Thank you. Next, public input, Merle Larson.
I'm Merle Larson. I'm president of the board for the Greenwood Society for the Arts. Just wanted to address this issue related to the code enforcement at South Main, the Brunswick building. Just to clarify that the Greenwood Society board members and members of the society have not have any position that we are here to tell you, well, we think we should do this or we should do that. We're not. I'm not here to do that. I just want to clarify that we have not staked out any position on this. So if there's any misunderstanding about that, there's a historical significance to the Brunswick Hotel and the Raymond, the Red Barn facility, but I won't need to go into all that detail. I just appreciate that you know that the Raymond Society has no position one way or another what you guys are going to have to do during the course of this program.
Thank you, Merle. Thank you very much. Are there any amendments to the agenda?
Yes, we have one amendment, a cereal malt beverage application for Guestway Convenience Store.
Any others? Right. Under the mayor's report, I listening audience for the meetings of the Lindsborg City Council, but I have heard from a few friends that they do indeed listen to our meetings. I find that really hard to believe, but they do. So to those of you across the United States, thanks for listening. As we begin our 151st year as the City of Lindsborg, I would invite us to think about listening. All of the 3,500 plus citizens who call this place home, they all have opinions and dreams of what makes this place special to them. To the City Council members here tonight, I would encourage you all to talk with those who live in your ward. Ask them what they would like to see happen here, and make sure you are all informed about the decisions made by this City Council. What are the opportunities for your constituents to be listened to? How often do you talk to these people? How do you talk to these people? You are representing a group of people in this community. We are lucky here, I think, in Lindsborg that we have 4 wards, and we have 2 representatives. When I think of some communities that have 15,000 people and they have 3 people that represent them, we are lucky, and we need to be talking to our people. To our city employees, many of you are at the forefront of interacting with those who have business with the city. I hope you are all listening well. Many of our city department heads have boards and committees that they chair. This is a great opportunity for you and these citizens to share their dreams with you. I read a website once a month called Strong Towns. I would encourage everyone to read this site about other cities and their challenges in creating strong communities. I'm sure we each have our own ideas about our ideal town. A vibrant Main Street where new businesses are welcomed and encouraged. A recreation awareness that has some offerings for all ages and is not afraid to invest in new ideas, even if we haven't tried them before. An art scene where all ages can find an opportunity for expression. An appreciation and a hunger for education. There is so much to learn in this world, and we continue to show our support for our public schools and Bethany College. My ideal community would be a place where kindness and generosity are practiced by everyone. For those who are struggling, we would have resources for helping these families. So what will be the work and goals for Lindsborg for our 151st year? I hope that we are a creative community that engages the cultural and creative energies inherent in every person and every place. Here at the beginning of a new decade is a wonderful opportunity for all of us to listen to each other. The phrase, "you only go around once in this life," seems appropriate for this first City Council meeting of 2020. I invite everyone in Lindsborg and those of you that are out there in whatever land to truly listen to each other. Thank you. I do want to highlight a few of the meetings in this community this coming month. This Friday will be Maker Street, and the theme is King Canute's Day. This Saturday at January the 11th at 9 a.m. at the Sunstrom Building will be an open discussion led by city staff on the topic of alcohol consumption regulations. Thursday, January 16th at 6:45 a.m., I'm sure a lot of you will all be there, will be the community prayer breakfast at Bethany Lutheran Church. Council members, if you are interested in attending, please contact Cassie and she will make it happen for you. And also a reminder to our council members that Local Government Day at our state capitol will be on January 27th. And please let Cassie know if you're planning to attend. And the other thing that I want the community to be aware of this evening in our study session, that Representative Stephen Johnson was here and Senator Rick Wilborn met with us as a city council, and we talked about some goals that we do as a city staff have for ourselves in how we're going to interact with our state government. And I'm I'm very appreciative to those two gentlemen that were here this evening. It was a very good, prosperous meeting, I think. All right. Nothing else on my list here. Okay. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion to approve.
Your second?
Second.
Moved and seconded.
Emo,
Yes.
Rebecca,
Yes.
Rick,
Yes.
Kirsten,
Yes.
Blaine,
Yes.
Jody,
Yes.
Ed.
Yes.
Motion carries. The next item is election of a council president. For those of you that are new on this council, this is something that we do every year. Our current council president has been Rick Martin. He has served well. And so what this entails is someone nominating someone to be the council president. Do I hear a nomination for that?
I'll make the nomination for Rick Martin.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded.
I think we'll all second that.
All those in favor say aye. Those opposed? Thank you, Rick. Because you're really, you didn't get anything. No
Acceptance. Yeah. No acceptance. Thank you.
Are there any, thank you, Rick.
Thanks for your
Are
comments.
there any appointments?
No.
No. All right, planning and zoning, Gary.
Nothing to report, but a reminder that there's a plat hearing for Stockton Estates tomorrow. We'll be here at 7 p.m.
Here at 7 p.m.
Yes.
Anyone and everyone is invited to come to that, and especially city council people are welcome to
Oh,
come.
anyway, sure.
All right. Is there any old business?
No old business.
All right. First item of new business is Resolution 01-2020, rural housing consent.
This resolution is the second step in the process of establishing this incentive district that we've been talking about for the last at least 2 months now. Developers are in the room to answer any questions you have, although I think we've talked about this quite a bit. This is the 42-acre development that will be residential on the east side of town. It will be a real dramatic addition to the community and finally give us some building lots to offer to folks that want to move here and build. So this resolution establishes a public hearing that will give the public a chance to comment on the eventual development agreement that will oversee the use of public property tax for infrastructure. That's the incentive. The cost of infrastructure anymore is such that it's very hard to attract development to smaller communities when there isn't necessarily a guarantee that they'll fill up the place they need to fill up. So this plan uses legislation that the state created several years ago, but hasn't really gained popularity until recent. And it's the use of up to 25 years of property tax that is captured and applied to the infrastructure. It actually allows the developer to build without special, which means that buyers could come in and they don't have that additional property tax expense for anywhere from 10 to 20 years. So this resolution establishes a public hearing. It's kind of complicated. It has to be at least 30 days from the adoption of this, so that date is February 5th. Once we hit that public hearing, we'll have a special meeting. That's a Wednesday, you should put on your calendar. We'll have a special meeting following the hearing and perhaps adopt the agreement that will be the topic of the hearing. If that happens, then we'll sit back, wait 30 days for any protests from the school district or the county. We don't expect any. And once 30 days has passed, then the district is established and the developer can start building. That's kind of a long story that you've heard before, but are there any questions of me or the developer?
So at this point, you are asking for a recommendation to adopt Resolution 0120 to establish a public hearing to consider an ordinance establishing a rural housing incentive district. Is that right?
Yes.
All right, do I have a motion to approve this resolution?
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, now, are there some questions or comments for Gary or the developers? Either way.
Is this infrastructure in this particular development going to include roads with curb and gutter?
Yes.
That's part of our main design criteria.
Concrete road.
Good.
And it will also include sidewalks,
Yes. Both sides.
both sides? No? Any other questions or?
Well, I'm sorry, Gary, what did you say the plat hearing for tomorrow night was for?
Preliminary plat. There are 3 phases to the plat adoption. A sketch plan. We did that probably 6-8 weeks ago at planning and zoning. There were some comments from the board. There were some corrections and amendments made to the satisfaction of the board. So I don't expect any issues at the preliminary plat hearing, which is tomorrow. We'll see if the public has any problems. Preliminary plat approval then sets up the final plat submission, and that then goes to you for a final adoption.
I do have another question, Gary. Does this infrastructure include any kind of drainage? I know that area tends to have some standing water.
Stormwater has been a real concern, and I know Chris Lindholm has looked at the plan, and yes, there is a fairly comprehensive plan. We were told that no stormwater will flow to the west, that it will all go east. And I think the standing water issues have been that backflow into Harrison where we see a lot of flooding. Clearly, we can't have standing water in residential neighborhoods, so there is a plan to drain that to the east and then south.
Awesome.
Can you comment, Gary? I apologize, I can't be at the hearing tomorrow, but I believe in the plat that was initially reviewed at planning and zoning, there was not a sidewalk that exited the development to the south that would enable easy access to Harrison Culver grocery store. Has that modification been made to the plat?
You're talking about, actually, you're talking about future phase. If
Maybe
you
in future
mean
phase,
the
yeah.
connection from, sorry.
No, go ahead, finish what you're
If
saying.
you're talking about the connection from the 42 acres over to Harrison,
Yeah.
that will not even be built until the 3rd phase. of
Okay.
project.
Sorry, thank you.
So, yes, it has been,
But the plat's been modified to allow for that connection.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
yeah, that was a big concern of staff. And the planning zone.
Any other? Yes?
Since we're talking about the rural housing incentive district and the hearing, and which requires a special meeting, which would be February 5th, which is a Wednesday, can we have a quorum?
What time would it be?
Is that
Preference?
Yes.
Yes, it is. So it would be in the evening. So we got to get back.
Initially, I set it up at 6:30, I believe, in the resolution.
Okay. Would we be able to have a quorum that evening?
I'd be here.
I can be here.
I probably can. I've got a conflict, but I have to work around it.
All right. Okay,
That would be
It's
awesome.
work, I would say.
6:30 p.m. February 5th in this room. Thank you.
so are there any other questions? Before we vote on this, I just want to say again, on behalf of this community, thank you to these people who are putting their trust in this wonderful little town. And exciting things to think about for 2020. So, all those in favor of this resolution, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed? It is passed. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. Swenson Park Improvement Theory.
That's code for the Almost Sponsored Memorial Garden. What we're looking at here is a contract contract to create the sculpture, which is the middle, the center reason for the memorial garden. And the reason I'm throwing this at you is because we need to have a contract with the artist right away in order to get this thing made. This is a life-size clay sculpture, and it will be built in pieces, and it takes a long time to build. So the artist will need an early start. She's also a college professor, and she's got a little break here in January. That's another reason she would like to see a contract now. We have money set aside in the CIP for 2020 that you approved for Swenson Park improvements that were directed to this project. Now, honestly, they're for lighting, plumbing, sidewalk access, things that are difficult to go out and raise money for. Those are not that attractive to have your name stamped in the sidewalk or whatever. I think we'll see when fundraising begins in earnest, we'll see money for this part of the project coming in right away. This will be the easiest one to raise. So I'm asking you to go ahead and cover it though, so that we can get started on the project.
So you were asking for?
Asking for the acceptance of the contract for $15,000 with Michaela Globacher to create this Swenson Memorial Sculpture.
Do I hear a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, discussion. Questions?
How many people did we approach about this as far as our?
Michaela has been in the middle of the committee since day one. She's the only artist that we have dealt with on this project, and feel like there's nobody competent to do the work.
Did she say how long it will take?
It's about a 9-month project. And we're working towards a September dedication of the sculpture, so we're hopefully where we're trying to do.
Any other?
Well, is there anything in terms of this scope of work and contract that's been reviewed by legal counsel?
No,
I've not seen it until I got the documents for the meeting today. I have a serious concern about a 15-day warranty period on a sculpture that's going to stand outdoors. If the thing cracks, collapses in a year, you have no warranty claim against her.
I don't have anything to say to that.
I don't know enough about ceramic artwork to know what the normal warranty would be.
We certainly not talking to an expert over there.
I don't know if that's standard or not.
I don't either, but that's my concern.
Do you insure something like that against that? Does the city currently have any insurance against artwork?
We have artwork insured, yes.
I mean, does it cover stuff like that?
Well, if it's warranty, my assumption would be that it wouldn't cover faulty workmanship. It would cover vandalism or some other type of damage, but if it was due to either defective materials or improper or poor workmanship, then the insurance company would then go back to the manufacturer, the artist, whoever who developed that piece.
Okay, any other comments?
I guess I'm also a little concerned with a ceramic sculpture going in a public park on how it would hold up to, number one, the elements, and number two, we live in Little Sweet USA,
going all along until it was Caleb, wasn't it, that convinced us that,
Well, and Ron Michael.
and Ron Michael, San Jose Gallery director, a fired clay sculpture is harder to break than you think. Is the way I walked away from it.
Right.
Well, haven't there been some at the San Jose for
Yes.
decades?
Yeah.
I mean, they're out in the courtyard outside San Jose. So I mean, I think,
This
I'm
is
sure the
not,
experts
this is
that you
not like
listen
the
to.
pot that you would make and you and I would make.
In a prior life, I took a ceramics class. The first thing we had to learn was the vitrification process and materials and how when they fire, it's a chemical reaction because it's at such high heat, depending on the type of material being used, that it becomes an incredibly hard and durable material, harder than 7,000 psi concrete, which is extremely hard.
Yeah, it's an education process for me as well.
Yeah.
I take ceramic, I
Yeah.
think a whole, you know.
And I need to just insert this. A whole new side of our business. Just gonna show you.
It's true.
I expect bowls for us all.
Well, you know, I can make that a career.
Any other questions or concerns or discussion?
The goal for this is to recoup the money from donations.
I'd rather use city money for other aspects of this memorial garden.
Ready to vote? I think we need roll call.
Ed?
Yes.
Jody? Yes. Blaine?
Yes.
Kirsten?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Rebecca? Yes.
Emo.
Yes.
Motion is carried.
Thank you.
Highway K4, engineering, Chris.
Good evening. Back in April of 2018, City Council approved the application for a KDOT CLIPS program. What that program is, for you that are new on the council, CLIPS stands for the City Connecting Link Improvement Program. And what that is a program through KDOT that provides the federal and state funds to improve or maintain any state highway that runs through the corporate city limits of a municipality. That for us being Highway 4 from the west edge of town over onto McPherson Street and then out of town on Harrison and Cole. This program has been utilized before under a different name. It was called Link, I believe then. And we did part of McPherson Street from Cole to Main Street at that point. This became available to do this to highway going outside of town, which is actually ties in perfect with what KDOT has been doing on paving process anyway. So the program provides up to $300,000 worth of funding at only 5% cost to the city. So that's a tremendous savings to the city. It covers the construction and the inspection costs for that. So this has gone through a couple of steps with the City Council for approval for application and then acceptance of the grant and moving forward from there. So what we need to do at this point is approve the engineering phase of this. That does not get covered through the CLIPS program, so we have to provide that. So what we're looking for is a motion to approve the engineering for an agreement from Wilson and Company for the preparation of documents and bidding services and construction-related engineering services for the KDOT CLIPS project in the amount of $26,000.
Do I have a
So moved.
Your second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Is there a time frame on this? When does this happen?
This project is to be let in, I believe it's May 20th of this year.
So Wilson will get the,
They will get the work done and it'll be ready to go, yes.
any questions?
Rick?
Yes.
Kirsten?
Yes.
Blaine?
Yes.
Jody? Yes. Ted?
Yes.
Rebecca? Yes. Emo?
Yes.
Motion is approved. Thank you, Chris. Oh, there it is.
The city's work comp insurance has been with KMIT, which is the Kansas Municipal Insurance Trust, for the last few years. The insurance trust is based upon membership of various municipalities, so because of that, we try to get the best deal for all municipalities and to try to keep it consistent with very few fluctuations. The workers' comp insurance for 2020, the experience bond is 0.81. That's set by the insurance commissioner. It's slightly higher than the rate of 0.74, which was last year. But Kingdon also offers a premium discount based upon our work comp experience and our safety rating. We get a 10% discount on that. So for 2020, I'm asking that you approve Kingdon workers' comp insurance in the amount of $26,291.
All right, so I hear a motion to approve this.
So moved.
Second? Second. All right, discussion. No discussion? Okay. Rocky?
Blaine?
Yes.
Kirsten?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Rebecca?
Yes.
Emo?
Yes.
Ted?
Yes.
Jody?
Yes. Motion is approved.
Thank you.
Ray. Next item is EMS honorarium revision.
What you have in front of you is a revision of the EMS honorarium policy. Under the point system, third paragraph is the only change. Currently, under the policy, an EMS volunteer has to cover 8 shifts to be eligible for the $10 per point incentive. The policy would revise that to 4. This is an effort one, to provide a better incentive. Also, it's an intermediate step to look at how we can better incent our volunteers to take more time. The group continues to get smaller and smaller, and it falls on a small group of people to take a lot of call. One of the things that Chief Davis and I have talked about is how do we develop a program to incent people to take those times that are harder to fill, to identify those. And but that's also something that he would be working with EMS Director Shoshki with. So this is right now in my mind and in Chief Davis's mind an interim step. Would also ask that it be retroactive to January 1 of this year, as opposed to making it effective February 1. So with that, I will
Okay.
answer any questions.
All right. So the motion is to approve the revised EMS honorarium policy for it to be retroactive effective to January 1, 2020. Do I hear a motion to approve?
So moved.
Your second?
Second.
Discussion.
I know this has been something that we've talked about like forever. And forever ago, I was on EMS, and it was, I'll only tell you how many years ago. But it has always been difficult to retain people on EMS. wouldn't say any kind of incentive, but I think this is a small price to pay to have coverage in our community. It's a pretty dedicated group of people that they give their time to do this. And, you know, when I think any one of us dial 911, we like to have that service. And like to have somebody show up at our door when it's needed. So I think this is a good step forward, and I'm in favor of this.
All right, any other discussion?
Greg, you said this was kind of an intermediate step. What else do you possibly have in mind for the future?
Well, really identify those times that are most difficult to fill and maybe provide a greater incentive for those particular times. I mean, you have shift differentials in plants, things like that. So if you have a specific time that is consistently, whether, I don't know whether it's Sunday morning, Saturday night, whatever, if there's a consistent shift or shifts that are hard to fill, well, why keep a standard incentive there, incent that a little more to maybe get that filled? Because if it's standard across the board, in my mind, I don't see that as incenting anybody to take those more difficult shifts. Or let me rephrase that. They're all difficult. The more difficult shifts to fill.
Do you plan on having that done soon, or is that something?
Well, actually, I've thrown it in Chief Davis's lap, so you're going to have to direct that correct question to him.
I'm sure I can ask him that.
Any other questions? Okay, do I hear, no, we have a motion. So all those in favor of the motion?
You're spending money here potentially, so do a roll call.
1,100? Oh, okay, Roxy?
Rebecca,
Yes.
Nicole,
Yes.
Ed,
Yes.
Jody, yes, Lenny,
Yes.
Kirsten, yes, Rick.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. 202 South Main Code Enforcement. Rick, you want to speak to that?
We'll get my dates correct here. On 18th of November, Resolution 11-19 was adopted, ordering the repair or removal of property at 202 South Main Street. The legal description is in the resolution. This has been sent by certified mail with return receipt, along with publication in the official city newspaper. The items to be either repaired or removed are listed, and included missing roof on a portion of the one-story, missing roof on one-story addition, missing broken and or boarded windows, missing crumbling mortar, falling bricks, shifting exterior walls, north side elevation slopes to building, allowing water penetration. The north tower section is shifted to the west due to missing brick and joint separation, missing brick around parapet creating a hole in exterior wall, general conditions of disrepair, and general conditions of dilapidation. This resolution ordered that to be done by January 6th. If not, then the resolution says that the governing body will cause the structure to be repaired or removed, and then the cost charged against the property owner as a special assessment.
All right. Do I hear a motion to move this recommendation forward?
Well, the recommendation is to direct staff to solicit bids for the demolition of the structure at 202 South Main and bring the bids to the February 3rd, 2020 City Council.
I'll make that motion.
All right. Is there a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Now discussion. Mr. Nicholson, would you
Yes.
like to come forward, please? in your public input statement, you said that you were wanting an extension of this.
Yes.
What were you thinking?
Something around 6 to 8 months to complete the things that are on the list here. Like I said before, something else about with my wife's current health conditions pretty much kind of threw us off task if these things occurred in August. We are rectifying those things, and we'd like to have an extension to have those things that are listed on for repair in the 6 to 8 months time.
How long have you owned this property?
I believe it was purchased shortly about a year.
And the property is owned by
Me and my father, Billy Jones.
Billy Jones, and he lives,
He actually is in the process of moving this direction. He has taken care of some personal matters in Florida and will be moving this direction. He is a master well pipeline inspector, and his job has been kind of throwing him back and forth. But he'll be here. Actually, he should be on his way here. Should be here next couple of days.
Like to visit or permanently to relocate?
He'll be here to visit for a little bit, and then he's going to be permanently relocating somewhere in Texas.
oh, he's not moving here, he's moving to Texas.
Well, it depends on what his job is.
Okay, all right.
I guess, Greg, since we kind of started some of this process, you made several attempts to contact the owners. And if I recall, all of those attempts basically fell on deaf ears. There was no response back on any of those. Was that
Correct, this is the first response back since we started official action on this.
you know, we're talking how many times, how many different letters, calls?
The first official action was, or first September 18, 2019.
I guess part of my comment is that this process started back in September, and there were letters sent, I think phone calls made, different things with no response, meaning no phone calls being answered. So, what assurance can you give us that, other than you being here in front of us, that now you're going to take action? Now you're going to do something.
Well, our intent was to take care of the letters before, and like I said, those letters were sent to our house and from our father, Bill Jones. I'm not aware of the phone calls. I believe I had given our number to Gary or whoever as far as concerns with that, so I had not received any phone calls. Like I said earlier, before some of this stuff had been resolved, one of the things is my wife was diagnosed with cancer first part of August, and so our intentions and we'll focus on her too. Matter of fact, the last time I was for a meeting, that was one of her chemo days. So I will be here to address the situation. As far as representative building, as far as family here, is that we are still wanting to make this project go. We feel that it is very important history for the city of Lindsborg, and our intention is to continue on doing it. Our first goal is to take care of the issues that are on the list, and that's what I was looking for. And we have to get those taken care of, especially if the broken mortars out that needs to be a little bit warmer to get those repaired.
The list of issues that Greg pointed out that are listed here, have you or your father-in-law received any quotes on what it's going to take to repair some of these items?
I'll be honest with you, I've made several attempts with multiple contractors to get bids on just the break and mortar, and I have had unsuccessful as far as roof repairs, brick and mortar, or anything else that we have sent out for. I even had it sent out for window repair, and I have had that much response from outside contractors to even come take a look at this building. So I have frustration with that being said. We are trying to do this project ourselves to take care of some of these issues that we can now, and then hopefully we are in the process of sort of working out a business plan of what we want to do with the building. Like I said, a lot of stuff was already in work before our last call, so.
Any other discussion?
If we pursue this the way that it's been motioned, we get bids, those bids come in and so on, and we have our meeting in February, we decide, oh yes, we're going to do this. What is the timeline? Is that even a realistic timeline to demote a building in 6 months? Or is it something where you could go ahead and start that process with the expectation that it's going to take 8 months or a year before anybody will even be able to do that? And if the issues are corrected by then, maybe you just put the brakes on it.
I don't have a good answer to that question because I haven't reached out to any demolition contractors yet. So I don't know what their schedules are and what their timelines are. That would be one of the questions that I would ask. We would solicit a minimum of 3 bids for that. And one of the questions would be, okay, what would be your timeline to complete this work?
Would it be unreasonable to solicit bids with the expectation that they would do it next year? Could you
I don't-
specify a time frame?
I don't think it'd be reasonable to expect it next year. I mean, we're in January of this year, and I would assume the latest fall. I'm basing that on assumption, not on speaking to any contractors.
Well, part of my fear too is if we do go that direction and they get 3/4 of the way complete with this list, but it's not, do we still demo it? And they've got several $1,000s invested in the building, they haven't met the expectations that we set forth, do we still demo it? I don't think that's fair to them.
Legally, if the cost of repairs are greater than 50% of the value of the building, you demo it. Now, you were asking a different question than that I answered, but that's the way that the ordinance and the statute reads.
But the motion before us is to solicit the bids and to
Correct.
act on the process of demolishing.
Yes, the bids are, if this motion passes, as staff, we would solicit those bids, bring those back to February 3rd Council for discussion and action.
If you can get the bids by February.
Yeah.
With no contractors responding up to this point, that's a concern of mine, that maybe they feel it's impossible to.
Well, as far as some, I've actually had some roof contractors that have come take a look before, but have not given me any quotes or bids. I've had actually several. I've had 2, one from Wichita, one from Hutch, as far as masonry ones, that have actually come with the process, and I've emailed multiple times with no response back to just getting a quote. They just have some idea what it would take. Like to realize a lot of frustration with that, not being able to have an idea what direction for us to go. So.
Their answer is probably on a blank check.
Yeah.
That's what I'd say.
Any other discussion? Greg, I know that you know that this is a somewhat emotional decision for this council. We have all heard from many, many people throughout the community. I live on a property that had a wonderful old house on it. It was empty. And whomever it was, it went in there and built a fire and the whole house burned down. This property concerns me greatly because it is next door to a treasure for Lindsborg, the Red Barn. And the little orange fence around it is not going to deter too many people. This has been pointed out to us here at the city many times. So, I appreciate what the situation is in your family, with your father-in-law and with your wife. I do understand all of those life circumstances. But there are a lot of people within this community that are really concerned. it's probably new news to you. I just feel like I need to say that because there are so many people in Lindsborg that have expressed an opinion about this. So it's not just the 7 council members that are sitting here this evening. I'm sure they will all talk to lots of people as well. All right, thank you. Any other discussion?
It's alluding to kind of going in the direction that Eagle went, so if we pass this resolution tonight, we give bids, they come before us, and he's able to get quotes that are manageable to repair the building, that would be an opportunity again to halt the demolition at that point.
I have another question. So just out of curiosity, given the age of the building and the condition and so on, I mean, is it possible that demolition might be exponentially expensive due to possibly lead plumbing, I don't know, asbestos, something along those lines? Is it possible that we could end up in an EPA nightmare?
That's all things are wrong.
Is it conceivable?
I'm sure, I'm not sure. I
Possible
know
or probable?
that, that discussion has happened because of the age of the building, and so who knows?
You know, that's the question we'll have to find out is, do we have to have, probably have to have a phase 1 environmental done on it. Probably looking at about $1,500 for $1,500, $2,500 for a phase 1 environmental to identify if there's asbestos, if there's lead pipe, etc.
Do you do that before the bids? Because surely you need to know that to get into the bid.
Some demo contractors can actually do a phase 1. So, you know, we'll look at those options. Yes.
Do you want to explain how, whatever there would be the bid and we would say, okay, that, how does that happen? Who pays for that and then how does that go?
The bids would come to city council, they would approve. You have the option to approve a contractor to demo the building. That contractor is working with the city of Lindsborg because the city would be contracting with that particular company. They perform the work, they bill the city pays the bill to that contractor. Then the city assesses against the property the cost of that particular contract or contracts if it requires more than one to bring it into compliance with the resolution.
When you say assessed, do you mean just like a normal special, like over a 10-year period or a 20-year period against property?
No, it's assessed against the property as a lien, and so it sits there until it gets paid, until the property gets sold, or if the property goes to a tax sale. In this particular arrangement, the back taxes and correct me, Bill, if I remember right, aren't any specials prior to any mortgages or anything like that?
I believe that's correct. They're behind the taxes, but I think they're ahead of any other things that are out there. I'd have to take a look at that for sure, but that's my recollection.
But that's my recollection too, that it would be second to any back taxes, the assessment. It's called an assessment and becomes a lien against the property.
So for that property to ever be sold to someone else, that has to be paid.
Well, depending upon the proceeds of that sale, yeah, the proceeds of that sale are enough to pay it off in full, then whatever is available is there to pay toward it. Maybe or maybe not, whatever.
Because if it was, let's say the property sold for 40 and there were back taxes of 20, well, 20 goes to the back taxes, 20 goes to the specials, and everything else is just free and clear. I guess is the best way to put it.
If that is sold at a tax sale, that is correct. If it is sold to a private buyer, it's a different situation.
Because they are assuming that lien that is already on the property.
Right. If it would go to a
price sale, the way Greg described it is correct.
Does everybody understand that? I wasn't sure.
So currently, the property itself, the land has value according to the county.
Just over $26,000.
The building has zero value.
That's correct.
And so what you said earlier, kind of rephrase that, if the cost of repairs is over 50%
Of the value of the structure, yes.
okay, so we have a structure that's worth zero.
Mhm.
Okay.
Any other discussion? Okay, the motion is to direct staff to solicit bids, the demolition of the structure at 202 South Main, and to bring the bids to the February 3rd, 2020 City Council meeting for consideration and award. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion does carry. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is Federico Consulting Encumbrance.
In December of 2019, we approved a contract with Federico Consulting for state government relations and excuse me, advocacy services. We did not encumber the money. The amount of dollars to encumber under that contract on an annual basis is $24,000. That is $2,000 per month for 12 months of the contract. So the request is to encumber $24,000 for governmental relations services with Federico Consulting.
Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve.
Seconded? Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none.
Engel,
Yes.
Rebecca, yes. Rick,
Yes.
Pearson. Yes. Blaine,
Yes.
Jody, yes. Ed.
Yes.
Motion is approved. Computer network upgrade bids.
We've received 3 proposals for upgrading our computer network. We do this on a 4-year rotation basis. We used to go 5. When we expanded out to 5 years, we were having too many compatibility issues between advancement in software compared to older hardware that many times, and we're already experiencing that with portable equipment right now. We received proposals from CDWG, Reach Solutions, and McPherson Business Machines. This is budgeted in the amount of $55,000. The recommendation is to approve the proposal from Reach Solutions in the amount of $39,515 for the equipment listed in the bid cap that's in your packet.
Do I hear a motion to approve this?
I'll make a motion to approve the proposal from Reach Solutions in the amount of $39,515.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, some discussion.
Reach is based out of McPherson also.
Correct.
And are they one that we've used before in this process?
Yes, in fact, if I remember correct, 4 years ago, they were the vendor.
And I'm assuming we're picking them over Business Solutions because their bid is not set in stone, it's variable.
Yes, and they didn't bid everything. In fact, going through it, there was one item they didn't bid the spec. Cassie followed up with them today to see where they stood, because they said they'd have firm prices to us by Friday. They didn't have it. They said they'd get back this week. Well, now they said it's not going to be till this coming Friday because their wholesale vendor lost their request. So we only have And the article is entitled "The Impact of Demand Transfer Losses." In 2001, the state, contrary to statute, to make their budget, started cutting the demand transfers to cities and counties across the state. In 2004, they eliminated those demand transfers altogether. Statewide, those losses have impacted cities and counties to the total of $2.792 billion. For the city of Lindsborg, our share, or what we have lost on an annual basis, is $123,000, which that's on an annual basis. So over a 19-year time period, I'll let you do the math in your head because I'm here. 123,000 for us equates to about 4 2/3 mils of property tax that we have lost in revenue support from the state of Kansas. So I just want to bring that to your attention as we start up with another legislative year.
Any other questions? I hope that as many of you council members as possible can be here on Saturday. I think it will be important to listen to the community. There are no decisions made on any of this. This is a fact-finding time. So I think it will be good for you because you eventually probably will be having to make some decisions. So if you can all be there, I think it would be very helpful.
It will be broadcast on Facebook Live or anything else.
Lucas is in charge, and I don't know.
I wasn't planning on it, and the kind of conversation that I anticipate having wouldn't really lend itself to broadcast.
Okay. All right. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So,